The band has just played the national anthem. It's Friday night, and it's homecoming night here at Westfield, Bill Meisel Veterans Memorial Field. I'm Mike Gonzalez here with Zach Johnson from Manchester Public Television. We have Hanover coming in to face home team, the West Knights. What do you think, Zach? Any analysis?
It's a beautiful night here in the Queen City, and we are really ready to get this game underway. I'm just really excited to see some football tonight. Manchester West battling against the Hanover Bears. Hanover is a 3-2 team coming into this game. They have most recently lost to the Souhegan and Romy Jane 41-22, but they most recently beat Hillsborough Deering Hopkinton 49-6. They have a point differential of 90. They've outscored their opponents 173-83.
Sounds like when they're up, they're up.
When they're up, they're up. When they win big, and we'll see how they will fend against the Blue Knights tonight.
Here's Paradise with the return here for the Blue Knights. Gets a nice little seam, breaks a tackle, it gets around the edge, and that's not a bad return there, Zach.
I'd love to see him get a good return there, hold on to the football, get them close up to the 35-yard line. I did the last game I did against Souhegan. They definitely had special team issues. I'd love to see them clean it up, especially tonight against a good Hanover squad.
Last week we saw the injury, the shoulder to Gio, normal starting sophomore sensation quarterback for West. Right now we're going to be running CJ Jr. here, and he's number 6. He's normally like I described him as a Reggie Bush type, a jack of all trades, but tonight he'll be running QB, and they're going to go shotgun right from the start here. And he's going to do what he did last time. He got some yards, and he gets a few yards there, gets around the edge. Not so bad, Zach. If they could do that every time, that'd be bonus, huh?
It's a good start, and he looks a little more mobile than Gio. I mean,
he is. He's their best athlete on the team.
And, when you've got a good guy, you want to put him in the best situation possible to succeed. They get a first down on the first play of the game. It's a good start for West. They just like to keep this momentum rolling forward, get themselves in the red area, find themselves in the end zone.
You mentioned they both played Souhegan. Souhegan's is a beast.
Yeah, absolutely.
So really, that's a hard comparison. But 2-3, or 3-2, 2-3, correct?
Hanover's 3-2.
3-2. Okay, and West is obviously looking for their first win of the season. I'd be shocked to see it happen tonight. But hey, I'm crossing my fingers for that one.
Yeah, it took them one play to get to the 50.
Oh, ball's on the ground. Gets a piece of it. Nice. That's just schoolyard football right there, Zach.
Carl Taylor Jr., he's really putting a clinic on so far. 2 plays, and he looked close to the line to gain, and they're going to give it to him. That's a first down for the Blue Knights. Back-to-back plays. That's huge from the 50 to the 40.
Blue Knights are rolling, and look at the windmill on the ref. He's got the thing going on. Yeah. You got the refs' names today?
Yes. Our referee tonight is Kyle Schofield. He's the man in the white hat. The umpire is Brian Snow. Our head linesman is Tim Haskins. Our line judge is John Batassarian, and our back judge is Bob Kinsella.
Attaboy, guys. Thanks for your hard work. I feel like that's like serving your country a little bit.
Another shotgun snap here.
Same old, same old. Going left. It gets absolutely crunched by 59 there.
Yeah, that was
trying to find him. Maybe he's one of the guys I couldn't. We had to amend the roster here.
Yeah,
We're doing what we can here.
Hanover is a small school, but we, as much as we would like to say the names of all the guys on this team, they are a small squad, and we kind of had to find our way to get these guys on our papers. But nevertheless, a number sometimes is just about as good, and you got a good hit there on Carl Taylor Jr.
Well, yeah, that's the thing about taking the snap every single time.
Yeah.
You're going to get crunched.
He looks
like take your hits.
You can tell he's a little inexperienced receiving the snaps. He's had some trouble receiving the snaps here, but
it could be they've had snap trouble all year too.
Yeah.
But I think he's more he's a senior. He's got that leadership. I've seen people take teams on their shoulders and just do it. And if anyone can do it, it'd be CJ.
We got ourselves a penalty already on the Blue Knights. It's going to be a delay of game.
There was one game here, and I'm not kidding. There was 45 penalties.
Yeah, was that the Watertown game?
I think so.
Yeah, I did a lot of research on that game, prepping for the Souhegan game, and yeah, they had a touchdown that got called back, and just yellow flags everywhere. But the Souhegan game was a lot cleaner, and now on a 2nd and 14, this is where we really get to see the versatility of Carl Taylor Jr., and now they got Paradise in the backfield.
He threw a couple times. Paradise is a big back. He's going to roll right. Once again, find a little a-hole there, and he's going to get about 3 or 4. Not much there for Carl Taylor Jr. there. I did span the perimeter of the facility. You know, this is a nice night here at
Yeah.
West High because we got your food trucks. You got a couple different vendors.
We got Kona
You got a
Ice.
big fan base here,
Mhm.
selling T-shirts. And again, $2 hot dogs. You can't beat that.
You can't beat it. The Blue Knights really showing out for their homecoming here. We got, as we've heard from the PA announcer here, a lot of alumni showing up for this game.
Yeah,
The band, the
I s-
cheerleaders. I mean, this just is a great atmosphere for football tonight.
It's the best. And you got 3rd and long here. Taylor Jr. is going to go from shotgun here.
Let's see him take a shot.
Clean snap, and he's going to hand it inside on a nice trap play up the middle to Paradise. Didn't see that coming. That was a nice little trap play there, Jack.
This is 4-down territory for the Blue Knights. I would be
for sure.
I would be shocked if they
If they don't, if they did do something I've never seen
4th and
before in
7.
high school. They did punt on 3rd down, like a surprise punt.
Like a pooch
I was,
punt.
I was like,
Yeah.
But hey, but I did see. I gotta
Doug
tell you,
Flutie pooch punt.
I did see Carl warming up as punter and skill drills before
What
the
doesn't
game.
he do?
So we'll see what happens here. I have to go. I have to say they have to go for it.
Yeah, it really seems to me that this is going to be a situation for the Blue Knights to really take a shot here, get themselves. I mean, they've
Yeah,
got
look
first downs on this drive.
Look for big tight end here. Oh, they're gonna do an end around. He's gonna get there. Nice job getting the end. And he puts his shoulder down and he gets the hard-earned yards. That's a great run there.
And that's a Blue Knight first down, and the fans are raving here at Bill Meisel Memorial Field, and this is a great start for the Blue Knights.
Keyshawn Foster, he's one of their regulars, doing his thing like a chicken wing right there.
Yeah.
Shout out Mike Carter, doing his best for the team.
Yeah, really talk about the versatility of the entirety of this offense. But
Here we go.
right up the gut.
How about that play? I don't normally like end arounds. I really
Yeah.
don't. I think they're annoying, and I think that it takes too far to gain.
Yeah, and you do
But-
a lot of running for not a lot of yards, but
Keyshawn's hits were moving like Shakira on that one.
Keyshawn can really get moving, and he besides Carl Taylor, and he's probably one of the best ball handlers on this offense. He's really good out in open space.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And, I mean, a couple other names, you want to watch out for Logan Paradise.
Yeah,
and
Terrence Bowell as well from the Sauhegan game. We called his name a lot of times.
and his brother is the keystone on the line there. Aiden Paradise. Shout out Aiden.
2nd and 7.
Keep it himself again, and this seems to be. It reminds me of Miami's 2004 Wildcat spread they had going on. You're a little younger
Yeah,
than me.
a
Do you
little-
remember the Wildcat?
A little before my time there in Miami.
2004. That's hard to believe. How old were you in 2004?
I was -3.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
man, am I old?
I could tell you,
3rd and 7 here.
2004 for me I go right to Red Sox World Series. But
Yeah, so here we go. 3rd and 4 now. It just keeps changing on the board.
oh boy.
Oh, botch snap, and he gets another schoolyard play, and he just guts his way. Zach, sometimes it feels like when a play's broken, an athletic quarterback can
Yeah.
do things that aren't scripted. So he gives him the liberty to do the things like that.
Here's a guy that can change the entirety of the game with the way he plays.
Ooh, we got a penalty here. Possibly? No?
And this looks like a 4th and 2. They're gonna pick. They're gonna go for it. But
I-
to me, this
I
seems
think
like
Logan Paradise up the middle is my call here.
they're gonna run.
They got to do or a QB keeper. They
Yeah.
seem to be having success. And look at the clock, Zach.
Yeah,
The clock
They
is
are burning the
ticking like a Rolex commercial.
they have used the gut to their advantage, and I think they're gonna go right back up there again.
See right here, and we got a timeout on the field here as
Yeah, that's
Wes
Wes
wants to
timeout.
take a second look at it.
Yeah, Andrew Preventure making the call here, and I don't mind that at all because you have a lot of options. You can go to the flats, you could go right back up the middle, you can take a shot. They have a lot on their plate here. I think taking a timeout, especially this is a big spot early in the game. They had a good drive against Sauhegan. Timeout taken by first-year head coach Andrew Preventure.
Yeah, and I'm sure that Sam Cavallero, coach of the,
Bears.
yeah, here, I've seen if I got his spelling right. Yeah, I'd say Cavallero, but I'm sure he doesn't mind taking this time out either. right now things are going West Lay, and he probably came in thinking this might be a little easier than it's going right now.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they game plan for Dio, or maybe this isn't exactly what they expected from the Blue Knights to really charge down the field here, but there's always a little extra mojo in the area on the home team homecoming game and the fans here. And sometimes when you can get out to a big start like this as an opposing team coming against a homecoming team, it's gonna be a challenge. But challenging here is gonna be a 4th and 2 for the Blue Knights coming off their timeout. I still think they're going up the gut.
Yeah, interesting to see. Oh, that's not even Taylor. He just guts his way through.
Oh boy,
That's going to be a good
they're
spot.
short.
Are they short, or are they going
are
to give it
short.
to him? Yeah, Avante Brothers taking the snap from the
Wow.
get-go, and he is short. I'm surprised you let your workhorse go all the
Yeah,
way down, and then
yeah.
you don't give him the thread there.
I didn't think a timeout was taken to take Carl Taylor
I
the
know.
ball out of his hands. He's the reason why they got down here, but
Yeah, and he's there at middle linebacker right now. So he's
yeah.
able-bodied, and he's going to be playing middle linebacker. So good job by Hanover getting that big stop. Good job by West getting it down. Unfortunately, unable to get some fruit out of it.
You know, they did get a lot of bleeding on the clock. 5:53 left to go here in the first quarter.
Now, this is where we come into trouble here.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at big people on this Hanover team. That was Gabe Sundren, who looks like he's about 7'5".
Normally for West's opponents, they start their first drive in enemy territory, but starting at the 19-yard
right?
line,
This is nice, huh?
they've the West defense has got some room to work with. I mean, I haven't really been familiar with West defense having 80 yards to protect. It's normally about 40 or sometimes even just 10 to start the drive with their poor special teams play this year, but I'd like to see now with the ball on the 25 how they fend.
Boy, yeah, they got some big players. So they're going to use that force they have, and they're going to just keep muscling them. I mean, when you look at Gabe Sundren, what do you see? You see a guy that you don't want to tackle.
Yeah, I see a guy that, like I said about Carl Taylor, he can change the entirety of the game. Big-bodied guys, especially in high school football, when you have smaller people on offense, can drag everyone with you. Reminds me of Derrick Henry, big fridges, big-bodied ball carriers who can just plug themselves into the play, drag defenders with them, pick up a first down. He definitely trains. I can tell you, I would not be surprised to see him in the gym benching more than I could ever bench in my entire life, to tell you.
He's by far the biggest player on the field, and so this time he'll be the fullback blocking in. Good job by West to thwart that effort as they give it to the tailback there.
Yeah.
Looks like number 2 there.
Yeah, it looked like Longborn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Longburn.
That's not a bad play for either team. Obviously, when you put the big body in the backfield, you can really show that you can go either way. Give it to the fullback, punch it up, or give it to the halfback and kick him out to the outside like they did there. And just to gain a 3, a good stop there for the Blue Knights.
Yeah, they get to start blitzing Taylor Jr. Watch the middle linebacker, number 6 here. The leader, he's right on that line. He's trying to get in right there. And he did almost get a play, but he...
Good stop there. It's going to be a big third down. I mean, I'm not sure about
Yeah.
Hanover's aggressiveness on 4th down or what they can do here. I did see, I believe it was 22, someone punting pregame. And he was getting the ball up in the air, a good arc. So if West can get a stop here, maybe force a turnover on downs. But if I'm Hanover, I'm sticking with the aggressiveness and trying to figure out the flaws on the West defense. I would go for it if they don't pick up this 3rd and 3. It just depends. They don't want to get any negative yardage.
Watch Aiden Paradise, number 74 on the D-line. Probably considered one of the best linemen in the state.
And they punch it. Oh, we got a flag on the here.
There was a flag before the play. And I'll tell you what, I've been very impressed by number 52 for West.
I see Carl Taylor pointing. They're going to call that on West. That looks like neutral zone infraction or maybe encroachment.
Yestoni Rivera, number 52, watch out for him. He's been in there on every play. He's not tall in stature, but he's huge in heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if you guys can't hear that, that's encroachment on the Blue Knights. That's an automatic first down. So these are just the issues that they're going to have to resolve if they want a chance of staying competitive on a 3rd and 3. If you back them up a couple yards, force them to punt instead.
Well, their feet have so many holes in it this year. They just been shooting like a Wild Wild West movie on their feet.
I believe the only way they can stay competitive is if these refs keep the yellow flags in their pockets.
Here comes Taylor in the blitz. Look at him right in there. Good pickup. Deep pass. Able to complete it. And that's a nice ball, huh? Long. Yeah, but he got. Puzzle
It
right
does.
now.
I can tell you that.
They're listed by class, not number.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be helpful if.
But yeah, they're gonna back it up here as
Okay.
the referee will go back. Looks like their standard 10-yard holding penalty.
Yeah.
So that was huge because he had a wide open lane. I gotta say, like, Wes is kept in. There's only 2 minutes in the first quarter. Obviously, we're used to higher scores than this, but Miles way wider on the edge. He's got to expect that sweep again. So
Yeah.
be careful on that. And I don't even have advice for him when it comes to tackling Oriole.
We got a 1st and 21.
So he's gonna drop back. He's gonna roll out right. Get some nice blocking, and he's gonna throw it up. And he's got a guy, and he's got the touchdown. Got his feet in. Wow, what a play! That's amazing, Zach. Did you see his
That was
footwork?
a crazy catch, and guess who that was? Roy Lucas, the same guy who got the Bears downfield. What a throw! You saw the quarterback. You saw him roll out. You saw Roger Lucas take the snap, roll himself right, and
Yeah, he play action, kind of bought himself a little time, but nice rollout on the run, delivered a strike, and what footwork on that catch.
yeah, to me it seems Roy and Roger Lucas, they look like brothers to me. That could be a hereditary connection there for the Hanover Bears, and we have a flag here on the extra point attempt.
Yeah, so we'll see what kicker here can do. That would be,
Looks like 89.
we'll find him.
89 Ryan O'Hearn.
Ryan O'Hearn,
89 Ryan O'Hearn, yep.
doubling as a receiver, doing the kicking duty for Hanover. But they will go for 2, it feels like, because
Yeah, now
They-
at
they
this point, I
bumped
feel
up-
like you
they
kind of
bumped
have
up that
to.
yard. Yeah, makes it easier. But yeah, nice catch, man.
Yeah, beautiful play execution there for Hanover.
Not bad coverage either. I gotta say they were kind of all over him. But man, to get that catch in your feet down at the back of the end
Yeah.
zone. So yeah, with that extra advantage, they will go for 2, and they're gonna give it right up the middle to Oriole, and he's just gonna do his thing.
And he's in.
And the touchdowns raise their hands for sure, and they get in there.
8-0.
It's a confident ref. Definitely put his deodorant on today, Zach.
Yeah. I would like to see more of those. I'd like to see a high-scoring affair, especially some points for the West Side.
Well, that would be ideal.
It would be ideal, and they had a chance there, and if they just let Carl Taylor Jr. cook, then they're going to get themselves down the field.
Well, here's the thing. I don't like to be critical, but it makes you wonder why Carl Taylor Jr. is getting every run, and then on 4th down and
Yeah.
1, they go to someone who's cold
yeah.
and never had the ball once.
To me, it would be as if Derrick Henry is getting run after run, and Mike Vrabel says, "Here, back up. Let's see what you can do." But
It's not even that. It's just like you got your hot hand. He's able-bodied. Give him the confidence.
yeah,
Last time they scored against whoever they played last week,
Merrimack.
Merrimack Valley, yeah. They brought it all the way down, and then they gave it to a lineman to score a touchdown on, which was nice to see. But they've only scored 2 touchdowns all year, and one of
Yeah.
them, you got to reward these guys for the hard work. And now you're going to ask Carl to go down the field all the way
Let's
again.
watch this West special team. They've had their issues.
Got to field that. There we go. He's got around the edge here. Get some room. Makes a little juke. And nice form tackle.
He lost the ball. He lost the ball.
He did?
He got hit hard and
I thought
lost
it was
the
a,
football.
I thought it was a helmet.
To me, it looked like
I don't know.
he may have been down.
The play should be called dead once the helmet comes off, if you ask me. But
I didn't see any helmet come off.
Yeah,
I think what flew out was the ball, but that
no, 14's helmet came off. He delivered an enormous stick.
That is Hanover football.
Yeah, that would be Trubel with a nice hit right there. I mean, that's how you show coach, I can get in and do things for you.
Yeah.
Special teams is a good way to get on the starting team, you know, like
Yeah.
you get your chance to show coach on tape.
Man, I mean, that's just got to be tough for West because, like I mentioned
Oh, they
before,
did lose the ball.
Yeah,
that is a kick in the groin.
Yeah. I mean, Hanover now has a chance to possibly put this out of reach after West had a good opening drive. And I mentioned before this game before Hanover got the ball first, that they had a longer chance to drive.
We left Oriole way too much room there, and he's just going to stiff arm his way down to about the 15-yard line. He is going to be problems for any team, and if they make the playoffs, you better watch out if you're facing Oriole.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that Oriole's going to keep getting the ball, and Hanover's just going to keep feeding him, and I really feel like that would be the best move if Hanover wants to keep finding the end zone. They keep giving it to Jay Oriole, and that would really expand their chances to put more points on the board here. We got about 1:36 left to go here in the first quarter. Ball on the 15-yard line.
Problem is, Oriole's only a sophomore.
Problem is, West might have to deal with him for a couple more years.
They're gonna. Well, the problem is the state's gonna have to deal with him.
Yeah.
He goes back to pass, and he delivers a nice ball, caught there, and he's gonna able to get down to, it looks like, close to the end zone.
They're going to rule him short of the end zone.
Just barely, as that was a nice little pass there.
Roy Lucas.
Once again, Roger Lucas is on fire. Gets that to number 24, Roy Lucas. So, yeah, wonder if they're playing catch in the backyard there.
Yeah, that's the hereditary connection. Their father must be very proud.
I would assume.
If Mr. Rogers is in the neighborhood and is listening to this.
Shout out, Mr. Rogers.
Shout out, Mr. Rogers.
I mean, they could not be related. We don't know.
That would be pretty funny if they're both R. Lucas.
Well, that means there'd be two Mr. Rogerses in the neighborhood.
And I
regardless, here comes to the line here as Hanover's rolling. They're just doing their thing like we thought they might. But Roger Lucas under snap here. He's going to take the snap. He's going to give it to.
Oh, he's short.
Yeah, it's a good job by West stacking the line there, and that's what they're going to have to do to have any success in the goal line. I've seen them get a turnover before.
Yeah.
In the red zone. And they have Aiden Paradise to stack the line. They have a couple of big bodies. But this might be the last play before the quarter ends. We'll see what coach wants to do here as we are running down to the 15-second mark.
Yeah, Tanner Longmore got that snap.
It looks like they're going to run this out and go to the next quarter. So after one, we have a score of 8-0 Hanover for Zach Johnson and Mike Gonzalez. We'll be back right after this. This is Manchester Public Television, Friday Night Lights, West High football, homecoming. We'll be right back. So we are back here, and we just got confirmation from Mr. Rogers that they are, in fact, siblings. So that's a lot of personal.
Yeah, Roy and Roger, a good connection here. Let's see if they can cash in from the 2-yard line of West Territory.
So here comes a snap there, and he's got a nice sweep
Oriole,
and that's going to be a nice tackle, but might be a little too late. Yeah,
he is in. That is a Hanover touchdown to Jay Oriole. Who else?
Jay Oriole with a nice little run there, and that's what is frustrating when covering these games, because not only did they turn the ball off on the kickoff.
Yeah.
But you see them riding their horses. I'd like to see, West do the same.
Wouldn't that be nice to get some hometown scoring?
Well, we'll see some scores from West today, I think.
They can keep driving. Yeah, and it's hard to.
They might be a safety, but
it's hard to get on offense when you can't receive the ball on a kickoff. But
so that was a nice kick. I don't know if you saw it, but it hit Dunkin' Donuts on Bremer Street. But yeah, a lot of teams have the kicking game, and it seems to be Manchester teams. I don't think one of them has a go-to. How's Memorial's kicker?
Memorial Rudy Fricker. He is a soccer player, but I've seen him. He's a punter as well. He's got a decent leg. After now, Brady Harrison is filling in at quarterback every other snap. It seems like for the Crusaders. But
they're running that triple option, which is a weird look.
Yeah.
But effective when run right. I know their coach is a Springfield College alumni, and that's where that comes from.
Rob Sturgis, yeah. And it's always good to have playmakers out on the field, as you can see for West with Carl Taylor taking the snaps, and especially in just not college. You could do it in college too, but in high school football, you want to get your best guys out on the field as long as possible. That gives you the best chance to win. And I really think that can be, you can put that out for every high school sport. You can do it basketball, baseball, hockey. Get your best guys out on the field, on the court, on the ice, and it gives you really the best chance to win in youth sports.
They did wheel out Hayden Marshall again, so after that he'll get this one here as he receives it cleanly, and we'll see what he can do here. He's got a nice little lane there, gets through, and he's just going to hold on at this point as he is able to hold on, so thank goodness for that, and they are in business once again, down 15 zip, and that happened quick, Zach. It just seemed like West was driving a minute ago, but then unable to get that first down.
Yeah.
Hanover takes over, does a nice long pass, and then a nice touchdown pass. And then the last drive, just easy peasy, capped off by a nice run by Oriole.
Yeah, this was a 0-0 game, 13 minutes through the first quarter, and all of a sudden it was boom, Lucas to Lucas, two big plays.
Short turnovers, short field turnovers. But I'd like to see, we saw them have some passing success.
Flag flown already on the first play of this drive.
Yeah, and this is interesting. So Taylor Jr. is not running QB right now either, as that was definitely Keyshawn, and that seems to be
Keyshawn got the ball there.
A quarterback by committee right now, as I do not see Carl Taylor Jr. on the field whatsoever right now.
Maybe I can spot number 6 across on the sideline. Wish I'd brought my binoculars. Well, there goes 5.
Interesting how Aiden Paradise isn't on the field either. Their anchor, their all-state lineman.
Well, it's going to be, they back him up back to about the 30-yard line. You got Logan Paradise out on the sideline. Maybe he takes a snap.
I'm guessing they're done. I don't understand. It must be something internal that we're not aware of, because it looked like 6 was doing the job, right?
At this point, give me a helmet. I'll go play quarterback.
I'd love to see that, Zach. What instrument do you play in the Memorial Band?
Trumpet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Direct snap there to Paradise.
Yep. That was Keyshawn Foster.
No, is that
Whoa, the ref hit the deck.
Yeah, that is Paradise there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Paradise.
Oh, Logan Paradise, rather, yes.
I got a chance to meet that young man. He's a really good kid, and I'll tell you what, he's big in stature, too. Like, you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. Also a javelin thrower on the track and field team.
Nice.
He is an athlete. One of the refs did take a tumble there on that play, but
you got to earn your money, bro.
All the zebras back up on their feet here is a good sight to see on a 2nd and 2.
Definitely see Taylor Jr. well-bodied right on the sideline there.
Oh,
that's a botched snap. We got trouble here. Big trouble in Bangkok right now, as Hanover got the benefit of a bad snap, and there's West.
Man.
There's West.
Yeah, they have come out of their shell and have been backed up on a poor snap.
But look at Coach right now. You can see who's right next to him on the other side of him. And so I don't understand what's going on. Coach's decision, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
as he comes in now, convenient to use him in 3rd and 16.
Yeah, 3rd and 16.
What's going on
maybe set them up for a 4th and manageable. I don't see them taking a shot on this play.
I just don't understand the committee thing, and I'm going to stop being criticized.
Well, they were on a 2nd and 2 on a run from Logan Paradise, but then just a miscue backed them up again, as well as a penalty on this drive.
There's an end around there. The Keyshawn, as he gets a little bit of room,
yeah,
gets it down to about 10 yards here. So You have to assume they're going to go for it because their punting unit has only led to disaster all year.
Yeah, Carl Taylor going back out of the sideline, maybe getting himself a play call for this 4th and 10, as they did get back to around the original line of scrimmage. If not, it'll be 4th and 11. But the line to gain is at about the 45-yard line of Blue Knight territory here. Just under 10 minutes left to play here in the first half, with the Blue Knights down 15.
I mean, it doesn't even look like Andrew Preventer is calling the play, so it must be he leaving it up to an assistant, which is fine because he was an assistant and he had faith given to him.
Yeah.
But, you wonder about this weird quarterback situation as Taylor throws it up for grabs. He's got a guy. He just jumps a little bit too early there. As he did have a guy there, it looked like number 23 on the play.
Yeah, he had Terrence Bowell, big-bodied receiver.
We've seen him have some success to Bowell, too. Like, remember that game you did? He had, like, 4 or 5 catches in the first half, remember?
Yeah.
And then they stopped going to him. But nice throw there. I feel like he just jumped a little bit early on that, right?
Yeah, and I just really have been saying his name wrong this whole time. It's Boville, not Bowell.
Yeah, it's Boville.
Or Bowell, but Boville.
It's Boville, yeah.
Boville. Oh, man.
Good player. Good height.
Yeah, certainly a big-bodied target, but now from the 35 come
I like the play call, though.
the Bears.
Finally throwing, yeah.
The throw wasn't pretty, but it got there.
So
and
we'll
just
see
good
what-
defense.
Oh, boy.
There goes Oriole, and a big run for Hanover all the way to the outside. And
So what that does is, I don't know if you played football in your life, but I have. And when when you're a safety and you have to take this guy on, time and time again, you're going to see him get less and less aggression towards him because he wears you down.
Yeah, and he's definitely one of the guys who can take a defense, drag their stamina down already with 8:45 left to go in the second quarter. It must be a huge challenge to try to tackle Jay Oriole.
Well, now that you're haggard and West has 59 kids, but they seems like they use 15 of them.
Yeah.
But not, yeah. So as Lucas rolls back our way, he's got some pressure on him able to get.
Man.
As Paradise gets him down, we do have a flag on the play. We'll see what happens here.
It's in the backfield, and it looked like the referee, Kyle Schofield, threw that during the hit. So
is that intentional or is that a roughing the passer? It looks like it's going to go against Hanover as an intentional grounding, which I kind of agree with.
Yeah.
He didn't have someone really in front of him. He could make a case for having his brother there, number 2, but I don't see – that would be I saw Tanner Longmore close by, but I think that he was going to get sacked by Paradise right there.
Yeah, and I didn't really see Coach Sam Cavallaro for the Bears really have any objection to that call, but he may have had a case that he was out of the pocket, but this is going to be the ball looks to be at about the 42.
Yeah, this is about 35 yards to go here. So
line to gain is at about the 15 for a first down.
So we'll see here.
2nd and 27.
Now I hope, West would try. You do only see 2 safeties back. They are giving him a little cushion. You got to watch out for a waggle pass here.
Yeah.
And you also got to watch out for Oriole in the backfield. I have a feeling number 88, he probably started at a tight end.
Some's telling me they're going Lucas to Lucas again. Are they gonna
they're going to go
the
right up the gut.
Oh!
He's got all the room in the world.
He is gone.
Yeah, he's fast. He's good. He's praying. Everything's all good right now. Watch out, world.
Wow.
For Oriole. Good.
He can move.
So they weren't expecting that. Were they on 2nd and 27? They give it up the middle in the gut, and you run a 4.9 and you're 9,000 pounds.
This guy can move. I mean, I was impressed with his speed. I mean, obviously he's got the strength, he's got the ball carrying, he's got the hands, he's got the speed too.
And Zach, guess what? He's playing right tackle right now, an extra point.
Look at that. To me, it looked like he came out untouched too. He didn't even have to break any tackles. He sped his way right into the end zone. And here's Ryan O'Hearn. Flag flies. My goodness. And that'll be on West.
Yeah, as he kicks the ball to the ice cream truck.
And another encroachment penalty on the Blue Knights on a special teams play.
I wonder if they'll go for two again as we take a look at the ice cream truck. West High putting all the stops out today. We've got some Caribbean food over there.
Yeah.
Got some $2 hot dogs. Don't forget about the $2 hot dog. Don't sleep on those.
It was a fun first 13 minutes when this was a 0-0 game and you really thought that the vibes were here, but they're still high. I mean, this is a Friday night football game. I mean,
well, this is a mismatch, and they're doing all they can. And I don't know what you do about this guy right there who just got the extra point. Oriole gets another one in there as they hand it to him, and he just steamrolls in there. So now it's 23-0.
yeah, I mean, this is just.
You have to take my word for it because I don't have the angle for the scoreboard.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had to shift down in the booth a little bit as not going to place the blame on anybody specific, but there's a door to the far left of the broadcast booth here, and a window has been shattered.
Well,
So
we can just say we'll assume it's vandalism, and
Yeah.
shame on you who did it.
Maybe a coach got a little too angry
No,
threw
no, no.
something. That's that.
You know who you are. You're watching at home.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Or maybe you don't have a home. But, yeah, this is definitely.
Think it was cold? Is that what you're saying?
What?
Think it was cold?
No, I said maybe he doesn't have a home.
Like to get in?
Oh,
to
yeah.
warm up? It is nice and warm
It
in
is
here.
nice and warm in here. The temperature has gone down a little bit now that we've opened the windows, get some fresh air. But when I came in here to write some pre-game notes, I'm like, it's warm. I don't know where it comes from. I can't really see a heater, but
There has to be one.
there's got to be one hidden
As
in
we get
somewhere.
the kick here for West, and they're going to field it here as he gets a little bit of a staggered carry to pick it up, and he's just going to do his own thing, and not much of a – it's hard to get a block system when it hits the ground like that. But West will take the ball here at 35-yard line. This is Manchester Public Television presents Friday Night Lights. Game of the week, West High versus incoming team Hanover, the Bears of Hanover. And so far, West has had a decent drive to start the game, but then it kind of the house of cards kind of fell off. And we'll see what Carl Taylor Jr. can do as he remains quarterback by committee at first, and then, Preventure must be going back to him.
Number 4 back in motion again.
So
and
there's the end around. We've seen that a couple times with success. Good job there. And
Keyshawn's got speed.
he does.
We've seen it before, and he really likes to get his momentum going. I know you've had your issues with the end around, but to me, when they can use it, it works to Keyshawn's advantage because he can really just take off on the runway more.
Right.
We've seen the Chiefs and the Dolphins do that with Tyreek Hill, where they set him in motion and they send him just streaking down the field. They send him on a go route down the sideline that can really get his speed going.
Well, that's
That's Tyreek Hill. Keyshawn Foster's not Tyreek Hill. I'm just saying.
No, I know what you mean. There's a nice play there by Sumner, too. Good tackle, number 11 on Hanover. I want to give him a shout-out. But interesting, I've noted, last game when Gio went down, they brought in their backup quarterback, number 12, and now he's playing tight end. So he must have showed coach, good players find their way into the game, don't they?
They give it to.
He's
They
got
give
a
it to
nice
Keyshawn.
little run there as he's going to get a nice block from Paradise leading the way. Good job not doing a clip right there because he had every
Yeah.
opportunity to push in the back, but he held off. And that's the biggest play of the game for the Blue Knights of West so far, as that goes for about 30 yards there, Zach.
Keep running it to Keyshawn. Now
Hot hand.
They got to keep giving it to him. They can't put anybody else in the backfield except Keyshawn Foster right now, or they direct snap it to him. They need to keep feeding the hot hand until they lose yards.
Right, and of course, you got there you go. See, this is where he does his
There
best
goes
work. I'm
Carl
telling you.
Taylor.
I'm telling you, when the ball gets botched, he picks the ball up and he does his thing like schoolyard
Yeah.
football. It's like, great, now I'm free to do what I got to do. I'd like to see them. I wouldn't like to see them, unless they have to, but I like Terrence Boville on the edge there, near side to us, playing split end. Also, you got Paradise back there leading the way for Keyshawn. We got to give him props for the lead blocks, too.
I like to see Carl Taylor's elementary school recess highlights. I think that would be that'd be a crazy mixtape to watch.
Oh, I'm sure
or a
there is
highlight
one.
Reel.
If you know his dad, he's definitely got a highlight reel for recess. He likes to put that stuff out there.
Yep. when his dad was on his lunch break, he would come to the elementary school and
Possibly.
film the
I know Coach.
schoolyard
I know
games.
Coach Ice. I used to coach with him at East Cobras for a little bit, and he's got the nice little off tackle run there as he takes a direct step once again.
Yep,
That
feet in the hot hand, and that's a first down.
that seems to be their bread and butter.
Yeah.
That direct snap off tackle run.
They're going to be at about the 15, just around there.
This would be a huge spike in momentum for West because they do get the ball back. No, they don't.
No, they did receive on the
They
first
did
half,
receive, yeah.
but to get points on the board at all would be huge. And as Hanover's going to take a timeout here.
It'd be their first half score for sure. This is definitely not the year they're going to make a run at it. But what do you learn from taking a lump like this? What kind of values do you learn? Say you're a senior and you're not coming back, and say you're a freshman and you're taking lumps. What are the two differences?
As a senior, you learn leadership skills that you can use for the rest of your life. And you say, halfway through the season, this team's not good. Who can I be? Who can I help in the future? Can I help myself now and quit football and for my betterment? Or can I help myself as an adult and say, listen, this is how I want to live as an adult, and this is how I want to improve my leadership skills going into the future. I'm going to lead this team. I'm going to take over. I'm going to be the captain for the rest of the year. And I think that the captains, the seniors, Aiden Paradise, and the rest of this Blue Knight squad, I think they're going to have a good chance at helping themselves in the future, especially the seniors. And after this play, I can tell you what the freshmen can make out of this season.
As we get a direct snap going up the middle again, has a little bit of room and gets his standard MO, 2, 3, 4 yards.
Yeah, and I think with a rookie head coach in Andrew Preventure, the underclassmen have something to look forward to. As a member of the Memorial baseball team, as a freshman, we had a first-year head coach come in, and he said, I'm going to help develop you guys when you become upperclassmen, and I really think that's something that Coach Preventure has preached as well with this football squad. And, you know, there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and I think that's something that West can look forward to, especially the underclassmen. They have a sophomore quarterback, Gio Doria, currently injured, but that's something they can also look forward to as well.
I can tell you what, Memorial's baseball team is on the up.
Yeah.
You can say what you want, but they're one of the tougher teams. There you go, a nice little potential horse collar, but he does get him by the shoulder pad, so no penalty there. But again, they get the ball down, and we're going to be faced with about a 3rd and inches here.
Oh, boy.
So I can't imagine Preventure wouldn't give him the ball again.
Yeah.
Direct snap it. It seems to be working. There's definitely a spider in my hair. And
I bet they wish they had Jay Oriole to give the ball to right about now. And
well, that's not
I can tell you, if this was Hanover, they wouldn't even need a huddle. They would just be like, here you go, Jay. Take it and go.
Well, they hit the lottery with him for sure.
Yeah, what a player he is. But now
Just a sophomore, too, so watch out for him.
4:45 left to go here in the first half.
So here comes West High once again, direct snap. He's going to take it up the middle, and he's going to probably get the first down, I'd say, as he moves it. Good job. I mean, he's all guts.
Yeah.
It makes me
That's a first down. They're going to give it to him.
It is frustrating that Coach would even think to give anybody but him the touchdown right now.
Yeah, especially with Carl Taylor Jr. being a senior.
Like,
now it'll be 1st and goal from the 2-yard line.
it's not even the senior part. It's he's
been the guy that takes him down.
He's the guy. Look at him. He's the only guy with his pads out. Like
Yeah.
He's
And maybe Coach
he's all heart. He could have quit on this team long
Yeah.
ago, and he didn't. And that's the thing you were talking about, learning from these situations, because he is a senior,
Yeah.
and he is going to go help the community after this. As he takes a direct snap, going to take out the middle. Is this it right here? The referee puts the arms up. It's a touchdown, West High. And look at them celebrate as they get on the board, making it a 2-touchdown game. Carl Taylor Jr. takes it himself for a touchdown.
Has Carl Taylor earned this job for the rest of the year is my question, because we haven't seen West come down and score like this all year.
No, and they could have had one. I'm telling you, they probably have about 150 yards in offense.
Feed the hot hand, Coach Preventure. Keep giving it to him, and now it looks like they're going to go for 2 here.
But be careful, because when I serve my son ramen, I always say it's hot. It's hot, so be careful. Hot spoon.
Don't stick your hand into boiling water.
As they're going to go for 2 here, which I totally agree with, as they're going to go with Paradise single back. with Keyshawn in motion here, probably an end around, going to give it to him. Yep, and
Get
he's
up,
going to
baby.
go ahead in,
There we
and
go.
they get the extra point. West gets the
2-point conversion.
2-point.
Okay.
The 2-point doggy, making it 23-8. So
All right.
West is putting their tie on and their suit because they're in business.
Momentum is exactly what they need. They got to get these homecoming fans, get the band playing as a member of the
Right.
band.
There's a band?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's a band.
Let the band play. You know, they. I don't know if they do the same here, but especially with my school, I mean, when we get a touchdown, we play a little excerpt of the fight song. But you just want the band playing. That means your team is going down the field and scoring touchdowns. And especially for West here with their homecoming game, put a fight out there. Get in the end zone and reduce the penalties. Hold on to the football. No silly mistakes on special teams. They've already seen one. We've already seen botch snaps. We've already seen penalties.
Look at Roger Lucas. He's
he's
zeroed in.
Oh, no.
Does he want the ball or what?
I'm a little frightened.
Like, he is on the sideline. He's basically the 12th man on the field right now.
He's a couple hundred feet away from me, but I can feel
Look at him. He's like, I want the ball now.
something's telling me he's about to storm down the field.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what you don't want to do. You don't want to kick it middle
Yeah.
because that would be 88 right there. Look
Yeah.
at-
Oh boy.
Just look at him.
Imagine what.
That's a running back. That's a tailback.
What would even happen if somehow Jay Oriole gets the handoff and he just plows through the entirety of the West Buzzards? Wouldn't surprise me a bit because we've already seen him do it in the run game.
I mean, there was a game back when I played Nintendo when I was a child called Tecmo Bowl.
I've heard of Tech.
And there was a guy, Bo Jackson, and Christian Okoye. They couldn't be tackled. They would just people bounce off him. It seems like he's right on that level. If he had a Madden score, he'd be a 99 overall.
I really wonder if Jay Oriole plays any other sports. Wouldn't be surprised whatsoever if he was maybe a wrestler or
Probably,
power forward.
I mean, he's probably 6'4", just a big guy. But here we go. As West will kick the ball off, that'd be nice if they could match the efforts of Hanover and get a turnover here, huh, Zach? That'd be huge.
Yeah, we did see West practicing their onside kicks. Oh,
And
boy.
there it is, as they get an opportunity, but a good job getting on the ball. Heads-up play there by number 56. Good job for Hanover, as that would be Keegan Murphy, I think.
Keegan Murphy.
Thanks
I
to
think
the PA guy for a little assistance on that.
50,
But
he said 58 was Keegan Murphy. It looked like 56.
so here's the deal, though, Zach. Without that turnover,
Yeah.
it's we'll call it 16-8, just for S's and G's. But they're in this game. It feels like. Am I crazy?
No, this is probably the closest they've been, especially
But what do you do about this? Do you stack the middle and just focus on that? Like,
because it's,
how do you stop Oriole?
I know as soon as they try and stop Oriole, they'll find another
Right.
Roger to Roy connection.
Right, because that's the thing. Like, they have that chemistry, and we saw Roger Lucas on the sideline just chomping out the bit to get in.
Yeah, Roger being a junior, not a junior, senior rather, Lucas being a sophomore. Not sure about maybe they did this last year, but now they're more confident together playing on the field. I bet they've been playing together their whole lives, but now I feel like their connection is better than ever.
And they get the nice little tackle there by Bovo, doing it both ways. But that is going to get down for, it looks like a first down, or they're going to mark him just short there, Zach.
Yeah, Longmore took that carry. That is going to be first down for the Bears.
Yeah, so that is a first down with 2:52 here to go in the second quarter.
I don't know. What are we signaling here?
Nah, that's over. You can tell. They're coming.
They're going to.
They're going to do a little dance.
I don't know, Jim.
Are they going to bring out the gang?
Oh, boy.
You don't see this often.
Oh, they got that.
What do you think here? What do you think about their chain gang skills right now?
I think that this is a first down.
He just hands it to the ref. And
I don't know.
We'll find out. I got a good view on that. As that will go.
That'll be a first down.
Yeah.
Could,
that will go
could
for a
see it
first
from
down.
up here, but we love the reassurance from
But
our umpiring crew.
we got that angle, We got that angle.
Yeah.
But good job to the chain gang as they volunteer their time, and want to give shout-outs to them. hopefully they get a nice, hot dog at halftime or something.
Maybe they don't have to pay $2 for their $2 hot dog.
Today was canned goods night, so
Yeah.
if you brought a canned good, you got in, and they did a great job. Give them credit for that, West High. As he gets around the edge, he just splits about 3 or 4 crackles. What the heck is going on here? Make sure he's human, please, because he looked like a robot on that. As he just absolutely.
Well, I see West coach pointing.
It's bowling season right now.
Flag will be on the Bears.
If you got a chance at home, rewind that play, guys, and take a look at that on YouTube, because
they're gonna look at that. They're gonna say, "What was that?"
What do I even say about that? It's like, what do you? I just saw Paradise, who's a big guy.
Yeah.
Get a nice little line on him. He did a good job.
Yeah.
But he just got thrown like a smushed birthday cake.
Yeah. If I'm watching that at home going, what was that? I don't know. I have no idea what that was. But it's negated with the penalty, so it'll be first and longer for
Right. Well,
the
last
Bears.
time this happened, they got a touchdown up the middle.
Yeah, this going back to Jay Oriole.
But, yeah, big play here for West. This is their time. I mean, look at these. Coach Preventric got them ready to play today.
Yeah, I got to say, this is the best fight that they've had yet.
For sure, and their uniforms are super blue.
Yeah, love seeing the pink for October.
As he rolls out right, there's Lucas. He's got a guy. He's going to go deep to him, and he's going to get the laundry on the field. As it did look like he impeded his lane. That was a good call on the zebra crew right there. But, it's just the thing about high school is they almost reward you. It's not reward you, but they make it worth your effort to pass interfere because it's almost. Sorry about that. Little
9-volt battery difficulties here.
Yeah. But we're quick.
We didn't miss much. I think
We're like a pit crew, but
like a pit crew. All I did was hand you the battery. Where's my paycheck?
But it did look like he did get that interference call. But I was saying that there's not much to lose. Is that it's only a 10-yard penalty, and
It's not a spot foul.
It's not even a first down. Oh, it's a first down, but it's not even like they still get It's 1st and 5, so that's weird. But
yeah.
As he sweeps right
There
to
goes
Oriole
Logan.
as he splits some tackle. He's got Logan Paradise hanging on to him like a bull rider.
Yeah, you're a good ball carrier if you're dragging Logan Paradise with you.
Right, and like I said, I've had the chance to meet him. He's taller than me.
Yeah.
He's bigger than me. He's better looking than me. He does all the things. But can you imagine us trying to tackle this guy? Oh, my gosh.
I think he'd break my legs. I really think he'd break my legs, honestly.
I think I would be ankle diving, and then I'd get criticized by a guy like me in the booth.
Yeah, I'd say, who's that idiot playing
Yeah.
linebacker?
So easy in a heated booth.
Yeah, it's easy. It's definitely easy to talk from a heated booth.
And they're going to ride that horse a little more as it takes about 3 or 4 guys to get him down. But they do stop him early, as that only went for about 4 yards. And there's 1:26 here on the clock here.
Yeah,
you got to expect Hanover to burn a TO at some point, as they do have 2, as well as West has 2. West would be in no rush to do so, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean,
unless they feel like they need the ball back. But
something's telling me Hanover's want to maybe try out their 2-minute offense here as the clock's
well,
ready.
I do see pass in the future here. Yeah. Maybe a long touchdown ball. But here comes Rogers as he goes right back to the drop. Long ball, and then he gets it right over the middle. And I'm Nostradamus, Zach, because that's a touchdown for Hanover, as that looked really nice. Throws it right to his sibling there, Roy. And that's your Roger Roy combo, bro.
Yeah, Roy Rogers, not Roy Rogers, but Roger to Roy connection as we have a fire truck passing across. But you know what's fire is the connection between the brothers here, Roy and Roger.
That's true.
They connect again on another big play.
Yeah.
That's really has just popped the tire of what the momentum was getting for the Blue Knights.
I mean, someone's got to say, wow, how'd you know he was going to do that, Mike Gonzalez?
Yeah.
As he kicks it right through, right to Dunkin' Donuts once again. And that's as money as it gets. That's more money than the 50-50 there, Zach. He's a good kicker, and that went right through. There's 51.7 seconds to go here. Any chance we see some fireworks here, or are we just trying to retain the ball and not go,
They need to.
because one more touchdown I feel like would be a running clock situation, right?
Yeah, if they can get a good return. I mean, I'm not sure what the kickoff. They have to obviously receive the kickoff first. They've had their issues with that. Just really depends on their return that sets them up for what they want to do with 2 timeouts and 51 seconds left here. But we do see Hanover getting together before this special teams kick. Catch West napping if I'm Hanover. Somehow maybe find yourselves in the red zone again if you can catch them napping. Put up more points and get the ball again to start the second half.
Exactly. Look at right here, near side. We got 5 and 88 right next to each other. Just plotting. And not only is he tall, he's thick.
Yeah,
Big.
big connection here for the Hanover Bears.
So we got a couple deep men here. We've had our woes. We'll see what happens here. This is got about a minute left, 2 timeouts. We'll see what happens here. It's the deep kick here. It's going to be fielded. No, it's going to be ground ball up the middle, and he's just going to take a knee, and that's a smart decision. But that'll definitely make Coach decide, like, what am I doing here? I have a feeling you owe it to the school to try to move the ball forward, right? I mean, you never know.
Things are never guaranteed.
Go for Bovell on a deep route, maybe a post.
Maybe if they try a knee, they botch the snap. I mean, nothing is guaranteed with this offense the way they've been playing. So whatever they decide to do at this point, why not? Because they are down by 28.
As once again,
down by 4 touchdowns, 4 extra points.
Carl Taylor Jr. will come out at quarterback. Looks like they're going to run him the whole game, which they should.
Yeah, especially with their last touchdown drive, another motion to
So
Foster.
he's going to do another end around. That seems to be their go-to, at least their most successful play on their day today, because it seems like they're getting that end where Hanover's not sealing the edge good enough.
Yeah, I like that play even more. Get them out of bounds, stop the clock.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that was a quick one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good run. I mean, he had a lot of room to run, too. I really think that play has worked out for West more than I've really seen any other play work for them. That little end-around jet sweep to Keyshawn Foster has definitely been very successful for West tonight.
So Jay Oriole is listed as a tight end and a defensive end. He's playing D-end now, but obviously he made the switch to tailback.
Yeah, and it's worked. And oh, boy, right back to him.
Oh, that's a nice little play right there. We saw him make a nice play. He actually caused the fumble on the kickoff.
Yeah, good tackle by Teddy Sumner, wrapping up Keyshawn Foster. And at this point, I really think that Hanover knew that play was coming.
Sumner could put on a clinic for form tackling because he's right on the button. He's following that belt buckle,
Yeah.
Squaring up, keep his head up, neck bowed, and that was a nice little tackle right there with Sumner.
Well,
we'll see what West does here. I can't imagine they're going to try to do much as we see senior quarterback. He's going to hand it off to Paradise up the middle, and he's going to get nowhere, and he's going to keep the ball over the
Oriole wraps him up, and
but
that'll
good
win the first half.
Good job by Paradise keeping that ball, and West will go to the half, 30-8. Couple good things for West though. They got a nice little drive in the first drive of the game. They got that touchdown drive. You got to give it to them on that one, Zach.
Yeah. I got to say, they've had their positives. Penalties, but not too many. Still some special teams and snapping issues, but you really got to set the stars of the game so far for the Blue Knights as being Carl Taylor Jr. and Keyshawn Foster running.
Foster, and Aiden Paradise on the blocking on the line.
And Aiden Paradise as well running the offense. But
we'll be back after this for Manchester Public Television. I'm Gonzo. This is Zach, and we'll be back. We'll be back with Gonzo and Zach.
Yeah.
Later. We are back at West High School for the second half action here as Hanover puts a big 30 spot on the board. But West gets their own 2-point conversion, preceded by a touchdown, Zach.
Yeah.
Any key points to look forward to in the second half here?
I look forward to Carl Taylor Jr. continuing to run the West Blue Knight offense, and I'm excited to see Keyshawn Foster receive more outside end around handoffs, get him to the outside, continue to push the offense up the field. And I'd also like to see how West defense fends against the Hanover Bears here as they will receive the second half kickoff in about 47 seconds. And I'm also just looking forward to see the momentum for the rest of this game, what West has to offer, and what they want to show this Hanover team that they're not done. Down by 28, 4-score game. Nothing's over, especially in high school football.
Yes, that's true. Abraham Lincoln said that 4 scored 7 years ago, right?
Yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with football, but you know, he definitely said it.
He said it.
Yeah.
We think he said it. It was in the 1800s, but
yeah.
as we come to, I'll tell you what, I just made the journey all the way upstairs to use the little boys' room, and I actually used the little boys' thing, the only one available, but there's a lot of people here, and there's a lot of spirit in the air, and I got to say, I got to give it to West, their fan base, for showing up today at homecoming day.
Yeah. And if I'm Andrew Preventure, I'm running an onside kick. I would not be surprised whatsoever to see a little onside kick here.
I think that's what they're going to do. Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, I went a little too far.
It's a nice little play there as we see Hanover come in, led by quarterback who's having a game, has 2 touchdowns already. That would be Roger Lucas.
Yeah, Roy Lucas was the one who fell on that onside kick, obviously with great hands. Comes a lot of receptions, a lot of targets, and a lot of touchdowns.
Right, he's got that pedigree. It's got to be nice, you know, when you're not saying he didn't earn his spot. I'm saying that it's nice having a brother kind of set the tone as far as school pride, as he will take the snap here. He's going to come under center here as Roger Lucas takes the ball, hands it out to the big man, Oriole, but West must have coached them up or something because it didn't look like they tightened up that A-gap right there.
Yeah, that was a nice stop to start the drive for the Blue Knights. Looks like that the Hanover Bears didn't pick up a yard, or maybe they got just a couple on the play, but that's a great start on the drive for West, for sure.
I did get stats on Oriole. He has 95 yards already.
Yeah, that's crazy. And
yeah, it's a good start, and he could have way more.
I believe he has multiple touchdowns and multiple.
As he comes our way right now, you're going to get a good look at him as he gives the birthday cake smush straight to the hands, comes down the sideline, able to get him out of bounds is the safety there, 36. Good play right there. But more importantly, wow, what do you do when he's just rumbling and stumbling?
Yeah, you got to give it to Rayvon Nelson getting Oriole out of bounds and stopping that from being another Derrick Henry type run down the sideline to punch it into the end zone. But a good little wrap-up to limit the damage, I guess, and I really think that that's what West has to do for the rest of the game is limit the damage.
As it's coming back, Zach, it looks like an infraction on Hanover, so that's exactly what West needs in the opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, that's farther back than I really thought. It must have been something in the backfield like a holding or something like that.
So we'll see what happens here as Hanover will go from the huddle here. Roger Lucas brings his team up to the line, coming from under center. Unlike West, who's done shotgun every play.
Seems like it.
As he will come in the middle, and here comes big man Oriole. Once again, just takes about 7 people to tackle him, Zach.
Yeah, if you want it. Oh, the ball came out.
They did get the ball. That's a great observation, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered if you're the Blue Knights doctor.
Oh, I don't know.
It's going to be...
It looks like the refs are saying that this is... You know, West got a little jumpy on that.
They are conferring here, and we will get the word right now. We're joined by our captain here, Kyle Heavey.
Captain Kyle.
Doing everything today. Been to about 17 games today. Still has time to join us. Zach is nice.
Yeah, he's really put his camera to work today.
Kyle point for him.
Kyle point for Kyle. I'd give him about 12 Kyle points.
So we are going to have a first down. They are going to retain the ball. There was a little excitement on the Blue Knights sideline as they thought they got that first turnover on their side, as they did put the ball on the ground themselves on that kickoff return. But here we go up to the line, and we'll see what, as Roger Lucas goes from the shotgun here, he's kind of quarterbacking his.
Yeah, Longmore in the backfield as well.
Yep, so he's going to go there, and he's going to hand it off inside, and he's going to get a nice little lane. He's going to bounce around the edge, and he's off to the races as he slits a tackle, and another good job by Kayshawn getting the tackle there, because if it wasn't for him, he was in pay dirt, Zach.
What a run by Tanner Longmore. We saw low snap. Lucas took it, gave it right to him, right up the gut. Longmore went, and like you mentioned, a good tackle by Kayshawn Foster.
Yeah, interesting. So that'll bring up first down and 10. It's 10:13 on the clock and ticking. West thought they might have had a nice little stop there, but they just keep giving the ball to Oriole.
Yeah, and I really think that that's what Hanover's going back to here.
As he breaches the 110 mark in yards for the game, as Lucas will go shotgun. Watch out for the brother connection here. As we see 24 on the slot there. He's dropping back. He's going to go to him. He's got him in the corner, and it's going to be almost intercepted as West had a hand on the ball. That would be Terrence Belleville making a nice little play. Looked like a receiver on that, but unable to catch the ball and corral it. But good coverage there by West, as, you know, Roger kind of had his target set, and he was stubbornly going to him no matter what.
That might have been the first not great read I've seen from Roger Lucas tonight, throwing into coverage. I'm not sure, was he going to Roy on that play? But again, good defense, especially nearly coming up with the interception, Terrence Boville. We'll see a 2nd and 10 from the 27.
Yeah, so second down, he will go from under snap here. Look for Oriole here on the pitch. Here he comes our way. And that's a nice play by Kayshawn, but he just slips by him, and he just absolutely he's invincible.
Yeah, he got just short of the end zone there, but he's limping. Grabbing, it looks like might be his left
you can
glute
see,
muscle.
well, he is listed as a tight end. So obviously somewhere along the line, maybe a practice, he won the job at, like, coach is like, wow, this guy's good at running.
Yeah.
As he, you know, breaches the 150 mark. He is a little gingerly, but it looks like he's going to be right back in the action here as they almost get in the end zone. It didn't look like they were going to go that far, but he just kept carrying people with him.
One thing I noticed on the pass attempt a couple plays ago that on what resulted in a near interception for the Blue Knights is that Oriole took a snap off and was on the sideline for the play. And when they let Roger Lucas throw, it's almost certain he's going to be looking for his brother Roy wherever he is on the field, and he did target him that play, something they picked up.
Absolutely did. And here comes the Hanover offense once again, and Roger Lucas will go on the snap, taking himself. It looked like a little difficulty, but he just kind of carries the pile, and Wes is trying to move him back.
Ooh.
As it looks like it did come a little bit short. All the arms are up for Hanover. We'll see what the ref says right here. And it looks like it's going to be short, Zach.
Yeah, little tush-push play.
Good job by the heart of West keeping him out, as you could see the ball just inching towards the end zone.
Yeah.
But somehow, some way, West lives another moment here. That'll bring us second in about, what, a centimeter?
Yeah, it looks really short
It's
for them.
It's very close.
And I honestly just, once 88 gets the ball, he's going to plow his way as hard as he can up the gut. And
we'll see what comes here. As Roger Lucas will come on a snap, taking himself, does the Tom Brady sneak. And that should, it's coming back, Zach, as we got the wheels on the bus go round and round motion from the refs.
Yeah, we have ourselves what might be our first Hanover pre-snap penalty here.
So that'll be backing them up. So that'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 6. It's something, though.
Yeah, Hanover's been pretty disciplined tonight. We've seen, if I were to give my best guess, I think that might have been their 3rd penalty of the game, and I think that might be their first penalty. Again, in a tighter situation, that would be tough, especially when they got into the end zone and they're backed up again. But in a 28-point game, you can live with those mistakes and learn from them, especially with this Hanover team that I'm sure will be making the Division II playoffs.
So here comes 2nd and 6. Well, 2nd and goal, rather, from the 6 as he comes on the snap, gives it to the big man right up the middle.
He's short.
And West does a good job getting the body on him, led by Logan Paradise, who's a beast, number 74.
Yeah,
Aiden Paradise, senior, definite consideration for All-State this year in lineman. He's going both ways now, and he just absolutely anchored that stop. I don't even think they got a yard on that.
Yeah, from the perspective of Jay Oriole, it's been a while since he's seen a hole that small. Like, the defensive line for the Blue Knights really punching themselves in there and getting a good job to limit Oriole.
Gonna give credit to senior. Ooh, here we go. We got a little bot stab. He's gonna take it off tackle, and he's just gonna go with the flow and dive in with his big body, and that's a touchdown for Hanover as they increase their lead by 28. Am I right?
Well, we'll see with the with the PAT. To quote Charles Barkley, as soon as I saw Oreo with that ball, I was like, guaranteed that's a touchdown. He's getting himself in there to get up by what might be a 30-point deficit.
Well, judging by his history, this one goes right through, right to
29.
Dunkin' Donuts. There you go.
Hits
and that's right in there. And that's an extra point for Hanover. So they are all around showing their merit today as we have a
29-point game.
29-point game.
I totally didn't just put that into the calculator on my phone. I totally didn't do it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Well, that's a shout-out to Andrew, who is not with us now. He's off at college, but he was particularly good at math.
Yeah, he did text me before the game. He said, tell Gonzo I said hi, I miss him, and he's doing well.
That's great.
But shout-out to Coastal Carolina Zone, Andrew Arndt.
Yes, we miss you, buddy. He's someone that would watch this on YouTube.
He would. Yes, that I would not be surprised. I'm going to tell him, I'm going to timestamp it, and I'm going to send it to him. I'm going to say, this is where I gave you a little shout-out.
We do have some switches up. So now, instead of back to receive the punt, or the kick, rather, we do have number 2 here, which would be Miles Wilder.
Yeah, Elias Abreu on the other side as well,
so on
the far side for us.
So they do make a switch as they've had some woes. Yep, so Wilder will get a shot at here, see what he can do here on the big return. Here's the kick, and it's a little ground ball, and it's fielded in the
good play by 85.
Smart play. I mean, you don't want to do too much. You already got good field position. So Carl Taylor Jr. will take over here on offense, I assume.
I want to give my props to Josiah Cannon Bennett, who made that play right to the ground. That's something the coaches have probably preached because they've had troubles with little knuckleball kicks as they're figuring out where to spot this.
Right, and sometimes people get a little rambunctious and they end up putting the ball on the ground. So West will retain the ball here at the 32-yard line, going left to right here as Carl Taylor Jr. will take over as he ended. Hopefully, he can have another good drive like he showed before as Hanover is all over their defense. So here's another end around to Kayshawn. Get a little bit of room. That seems to be their play. What a great block by Boville on the end.
Flag.
And there is a flag on the field. So that usually results in it taking it back. But, man, what a lead block by 23. Terrence Boville on that, extending the play. But it does look like someone will be called for something here. And it is, in fact, holding as we get the call.
Man.
Yeah, so that'll back them up.
Would hate to see that kill their momentum, but if I was a betting man, I'd bet on another end around to Kayshawn Foster.
Well, it seems to be their best play. We saw them get that big chunk, 35 yards on that play. That and Taylor with the direct snap up the middle off tackle seems to be their go-tos. We haven't seen them pass. We saw him pass one time. It was almost completed to Bovo, but as we see him short side at split end, and here comes Kayshawn again. They fake it to him, and they will run it up the middle. And Hanover gets a good hat on him, but he gets about 3 after after contact yards. And the bench was very fired up. I thought there might have been a turnover, but they're just good teammates.
Yeah, I can tell you this Hanover team, they're a small program, but they look like they have really good chemistry, really good connections, and they all seem to be really good teammates and a very disciplined and a hard-working, hard-fighting football
As
program.
we see Oriole walk off his leg right there. It's amazing that he's only a sophomore, and what he's done already, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I would say it's scary that he's already a sophomore.
Yeah, he's just big, and then he's a tailback.
Yeah, and he can block.
We saw his speed, too. But Wes here coming around. Here's our go-to play to Kayshawn as he gets around the corner, gets a nice little shimmy shim and gets out of bounds. Good play by number 11 to get him out of bounds.
Yeah, if I'm Hanover's opponent next week, guess what play I'm running? I'm running an end around to whoever my fastest, best ball handler is. This is something that they've struggled with, and that's limiting Kayshawn Foster tonight. Obviously, they've had their way with West, especially on the scoreboard, but Kayshawn Foster has done a good job of being the primary target for the Blue Knights tonight, especially on these end arounds, getting to the outside and getting upfield, showcasing his elite speed here for the Blue Knights.
Teddy Sumner with the great tackle right there. He's been all over the place, making some nice form, caused that fumble. But here comes Kayshawn on the fake, and he's going to take it himself up the middle. And there's Sumner again on the tackle along with two other guys. But that's good for about 3-4 yards. And, you know, Coach Preventure is kind of, I don't want to say dumbing down, but watering down his offense, making it a little more simplified, and less is more sometimes.
Absolutely. Just Carl Taylor and Kayshawn Foster. Like I said before.
Right, hot hand, eat soup.
Keep giving it to him. It's been working.
That's right. But don't burn your mouth.
Don't burn your mouth.
As Taylor comes here from the side, and you take a look at here as I zoom in on big Aiden Paradise. Look at 74, just doing his job today. Looks like a lineman. Yeah. Shirt untucked, just doing it both ways. So shout out to him. Nobody really realizes how hard it is to be a lineman.
Hanover plays Guilford Belmont next week, and I got to say, if I am the Guilford Belmont head coach, especially
Here's Paradise
on offense,
at the middle.
I know what I'm running, a run-first scheme.
So they go with
Flag
Logan.
flown.
They go with Logan up the middle.
Oh, man.
Only a third carry for the game, but there is a flag, like you mentioned, and usually that goes to our left. But we'll see what the refs here as they sort it out. It sounds like West is celebrating it going Hanover's way, as it is going.
Okay.
So add on a couple yards there, as that'll probably be 15 on top.
Keep going, don't stop. Feed the hot hands. Another big run from Kayshawn Foster gets him into the red zone.
Yeah, he seems to be on it, and he's only done one play. It's that end around from the slot.
Yeah.
But now it's leading to fakes, which is giving Taylor more room up the middle, right?
Yeah. I really want to know what that play call is, because I know Carl Taylor's hearing it a lot in his helmet tonight. It might be just, this is the Kayshawn play.
Well, I think when you have success at that end around, it's leading to faking it and then opening up the A-B gap up the middle for but don't get too tricky because the ball is moving. So keep it up as they go to him around. Oh, they get a little.
Oh, no.
Oh, what's happening here?
Get the ball out.
As he gets it. Oh, no. What an amazing play. I can't believe what I just saw.
That is another touchdown for
Roy Logan.
Lucas.
Roy Lucas just makes a one-handed Spider-Man interception, pick six. Are you kidding me, Zach?
What can't he do? Where did he come from? I didn't even see him.
I didn't either.
Oh, my goodness. What a play.
The whole crowd is like when LeBron does a windmill dunk and people are like, what?
Wow.
Although we do have a conference on the field, this could benefit West. We'll see as they do take it away.
Are you? Wow. Holding.
Holding.
So is this a turnover and they're bringing it back on the return?
They're calling defensive holding before the throw.
Come on, man.
So I'll tell you what, we got it on tape, though, so he's got his YouTube highlight.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, that is unfortunate because that was a play of the century right there.
Yeah.
I did not see the hold. We'll have to review the tape, but the refs are doing their little line dance together, moving it back in unison.
Who's keeping the ball? So whose possession is this?
Oh, they're giving it the interception, but a hold.
So it must have been a hold on Hanover on the return.
Which he was off to the races.
To me, it seems it doesn't really matter because
you can't.
Whoever committed the penalty, you can't be beside yourself because whatever you were doing didn't really matter at the end of the day because Roy Lucas was gone. I mean, there was no one within a 10-foot area of him. He was just absolutely out of there. And it looked like a Jay Oriole run.
As his brother, it's like, don't worry, I'll get you another one.
Yeah, he probably will. Ball's out.
on the ground, and the Blue Knights say they have it. We'll see what the refs say.
They do.
They agree. It's a turnover for the Blue Knights as they get that big fumble recovery.
Wow.
Give credit to, look at him, safety. Give me a name on that, 36. Give him a shout-out.
36. Back-to-back turnovers on back-to-back plays. That's Rayvon Nelson, number 36.
Rayvon Nelson, he's the one that made that nice tackle on the sideline.
Yeah.
So what a game he's having. Good for you, kid, getting in there. And, those are hard. I know
Yeah.
You know, getting on those loose balls like that, you got to have fortitude.
Yeah, absolutely.
So look at that. They get that Spider-Man interception, turned back. They put the ball on the ground, and West is back in business. Unfortunately, there's only 4:51 here in the third quarter. I would like to see them get Bovell involved here. You know, that's just selfish. I was a receiver, and I like to see.
We did call Bovell's
but he's so
name.
big. He's so big and so talented.
Yeah, we said Bovell a lot in the Sauhegan game. What I can remember, we haven't seen much of him tonight.
It's going to be a designed keep as he gets down and just splits another as there's Sumner once again making his 10th tackle on the game. You see 11 be called a lot as he helps up his opponents, and that's a good play all around. Good job by Carl. Good job by Sumner.
And there's a first down for West. They've had their good amount of first downs tonight.
Interesting, their lineup right there. They had Keyshawn and Paradise in the backfield almost as lead blockers.
Yeah.
Like that
good
was
play design for sure.
Yeah, definitely keeping it simple today. And West is moving the ball like I've never seen them do it.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it seems to me that this is the momentum that they need. And if they can just, obviously, like I've said before, limit their turnovers and penalties, they're going to have a good chance to find themselves in the win column.
And here comes shotgun to CJ as he rolls left. Got a little bit of room. Going to scoot forward, and he's just going to keep running. I think that's a high face mask, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't really see a particular penalty. We'll just see where the refs go.
I think he got a hand on his face because I don't see any holding on there. We'll see what referee says here as they confer. Oh, it is going back the other way, so it must have been a holding.
Yeah.
Your standard 10-yard holding. Go figure, right?
Man. And that's going to bring them back another 10 yards, and they just
right.
Man, they can't afford this now or in the first quarter. It's very deflating as a player having to walk back after committing a penalty like that.
Well, even like we mentioned, Memorial's wing T offense or triple option. You know, you look at West offense; it's not really designed for, first and 20.
Right.
So they're kind of, they've all been running 3 plays all game.
Yeah,
so
without Doria, it's hard to get the passing game going. We haven't seen a lot of passes.
We've seen one as inside handoff to Logan Paradise as he's able to get about a yard, but thwarted is his effort by big man. Look who it is, number 88, Oriole on the tackle. So he's all over the place. He's got to be tired.
Yeah. But they're just going to let him go. 29-point game. But
they have a long ride home to recover, though.
Yeah.
That's not fun. Probably about an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's worse when you lose, though, especially long bus rides. Losing might be the worst, and especially if it's a bad loss.
So here we go, second and long. As they give it the end around again, and there he is.
Oriole
just absolutely crushes poor Keyshawn on that end around, and they sniffed that out like a Doberman pincher.
Right there was Oriole. I mean, what else does he have to do to impress me? What else can he do to impress me anymore? I mean, he'll find a way. He'll rip one out. He'll rip one off, rather, a run. He'll stuff a run in the backfield. He'll catch a touchdown. I mean, there's nothing he can't do whatsoever.
So here we go. We got 3rd and a mile here. As this is a long huddle, they're going to confer. So we'll see what Carl can do here. Coach has not been subbing out for him lately, has he? As we do have a timeout here, as Wes will want to take a look at things once again. So for Manchester Public Television, I'm Mike Gonzalez. We're here with Zach Johnson, member of the Memorial Band and a baseball player as well as a good-looking guy. So we'll be back right after this for Manchester Public Television. So here we go. We're back here at Bill Meisel Veterans Memorial Field. Bill Meisel is honored by his grandson who's doing the clock today. So just greatness runs in the family here in the Meisel gene pool.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a little trivia question for you here, Mike.
Okay.
Do you know the last time West won by more than one score, more than 7 points?
All right, we'll let that ponder. We'll come up with the answer in the fourth quarter there, as it's 3rd and long, and they give it a first look here. As he gets around the edge, gets about 6 yards.
That's an agile Elias Abreu.
So Elias Abreu getting a carry here. We haven't seen we haven't seen him get the ball all game, but now you're faced with 4th and 15. So the question was, when's the last time West won by more than a touchdown, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me think on that. Give me a hint. Is it last year?
I gotta find out now. This is, if I can maybe look it up.
Well, you shouldn't be asking questions you don't know the answer to, Zach.
I couldn't see. That's the thing that I was confused about.
So
I think I can look.
They're going for it. I mean, with their, he said apparently.
Yeah.
So apparently they will go for it. Hanover didn't see that coming, so they'll call timeout. But I know what's going to happen. I saw them working on it pregame. They're going to hike it to the QB. They're gonna kick it right from Carl Taylor Jr. So it did look like they were going for it, but you could see the backs were in tight, and he's going to roll right and he's going to kick it.
I would love to see that. That'd be entertaining to watch.
Well, that seems to be their go-to, because we've seen them go to punt, and it's just been more disastrous.
Well, I think I may have our answer.
All right, go ahead. Give it to him early.
Hillsborough Deering High School last year on the 29th, they won 27-6. Ironically, on the 29th, they play. Guess who? Hillsborough Deering High School, I believe, actually on the 28th.
Right. So we'll see
on
what happens
the
there.
364-day anniversary of their last win, I believe, they will play the team they beat, Hillsborough Deering Hopkinton.
So here comes sophomore backup, throwing a lollipop there to the safety, as that is just as good as a punt, though.
Yeah, Camden Wing.
Yeah, Camden Wing was
let it go, I guess. I mean,
he's listed. I know, right? Same thing. He's listed as the quarterback. He did come in relief for Gio last week for one series before they went to 6. Taylor Jr.
Yeah,
but you saw a nice arm there, and that's just as good as any punt they could come up with. So
yeah, and they really didn't have. That was their best chance of getting the first down, was throwing the football.
Right, and if you're the defender, you're gonna pad your stats. You're gonna catch it.
Yeah, and again, if you're a defensive coach for Hanover, you're thinking they're going to the outside on an end around. That's really what we have to contain, because they really haven't been successful with anything else except, just a direct snap to Carl Taylor and running up the middle, and that's not going to get you 15 yards on a 4th and 15.
So we see, wow, nice little run there, and he just mans up his guy. Good tackle there.
Yeah.
Good job there. I'll give him credit.
Another long, decent run for Tanner Longmore, who has been probably the number 2 guy in touches behind Oriole. Jay Oriole, obviously, with the most touches, and then you've always got Roy Lucas with his pair of touchdowns tonight. But Longmore has done had some touches as well.
You got Sam Cavallero, head coach, rolling out as number 1 still, as they are not putting the brake pad down. They're just going to go full throttle as Roger Lucas brings his team to the line with Oriole in the backfield.
They're going to give it to him.
And they're going to give it around, and they're going to give it to him again there. So second carry in a row.
Yeah, clock ticking down here in the third quarter. 20 seconds left. That might be it for the third quarter.
So Tanner Longmore getting two in a row there, as we are going to tick off this clock, and we are going to go to the fourth quarter as both teams will go to the sidelines. So for Matrix of Public Television, Zach Gonzo, we're bringing it to you. We'll be back on homecoming night here at West High. We'll be back right after this. So come to the line here as we'll give it off to, there you go, that's 3 in a row, 3 carries in a row, and You know, you got to say Hanover's deep at the running back position.
Yeah, and fun little fact we just learned from the 2 other Hanover coaches that are in the press box with us. It's funny to think Jay Oriole is the 3rd string running back for this Hanover team, and Tanner Longmore is the 4th. Tanner Longmore, a sophomore as well. Tanner Longmore, a junior. Jay Oriole, a sophomore. We've learned
Credit to depth, you know,
Yeah.
and that starts at the younger levels.
And the starting 2 running backs for the Bears are injured, Jeff Vidal and Dave Frechette.
Ooh, nice little block there. I got to give him credit. When I see a good block, I love to shout him out. Tyler Gamble made a nice seal-off block right there, able to keep his hands in and not get the hold because he just came. Someone ran into a brick wall named Gamble.
Yeah, that's a tough brick wall to run into. It's going to be hard to
good technique. Yeah, that definitely, it wasn't a big gain play, but that was all 52 on that one.
Tell me about it.
As Roy Lucas brings in the play from coach and gives it to brother Roger Lucas as he brings him up to the line here with tailback, big man, 88, unstoppable today.
Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, he has just been the star of the show.
Oh, for sure. As he comes in motion there, he's going to fake it to him. They're going to give it to him again. That is 4 carries in a row there.
Tanner Longmore getting the work.
Tanner Longmore getting some carries, and that's good. I mean, 30-78, you want to put some plays on tape for coach, and if he could bang out a couple good carries, you know, he might be off to get the ball more often. But here in this, you know, I wouldn't call it ragtime, but this is definitely not game on the line time.
Yeah, especially
get your guys some carries for sure. As they continue to roll out their ones, though, and you see, watch out. I have a hunch about Roy here on the other side there.
Now give it right to Oriole, and
Man.
a good run there. I'm sure you remember when the Blue Knights played Sauhegan. It was about the second half, and the Sauhegan Sabres starters all had their helmets off on line and the sideline, but different approach here from Hanover tonight. Obviously not as big of a lead that Sauhegan had a couple weeks ago, but
well, they don't have the numbers, and, you know, you got to be ready at all times.
Good point.
I'm sure some of them are in on special teams. A lot of teams won't mess with their special teams units because it's a little confusing. As we see Roger Luke come to the line, and, you know, he's had a very serviceable game.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's had the benefit of Oriole, but he's also thrown for 2. As Longo gets another
good
carry.
tackle. That is.
Taylor Jr. again on the tackle as he comes right up the middle, shoots the gap.
Doing it all.
Good timing.
Slow to get up.
Oh, that was Paradise.
Yeah. I thought I saw 5 there. Logan Paradise was a little slow to get up after making that tackle as he's keeled over a little bit.
So if you're
He's a tough kid.
If you're coach, now get in the mind of Coach Preventer here. If you could try to do that, Zach.
Yeah. I can get the mind of a coach.
What are you shooting for in this next 9 minutes? What's your goal here?
I am looking to give these fans something to cheer about going home.
Good
Obviously, you want to play to win, but they haven't really gotten close to doing that all year. But homecoming night, people are here. Give them something to go home and say, hey, they did this, though, like a little rip-off pick 6.
Yeah.
Or a nice run. Maybe
the crowd stuck around, too.
Yeah.
As Oriole goes around the edge, and he's just unstoppable as he gets his another touchdown.
He's short.
Oh, he's going to get it short. I
He's
guess
short.
He did reach his arm out. It looked like he got into me, but referee disagrees as they're going to march it on the 1 centimeter line. And West has their work cut out for them now.
Yeah, like I was saying before, I mean, if they can just –
Man, he's good.
I can picture a Keyshawn Foster end around to get them like an 80-yard touchdown, and that's really what the fans will go home happy about.
One thing I noticed, the backups really don't see much playing time. Maybe get them on the field and, you know.
Yeah, I remember –
give them a little – shout out for sticking around this whole
Hayden
season.
Marshall is someone,
this miserable season they've had.
Yeah, Hayden Marshall's got some carries against Sauhegan. I mean, maybe he got some more in other games that I wasn't around for.
This will be 88
He's
right up the
I'd
middle
like
here. As a QB keeper, no, he gives it.
That's
gives
2.
it off.
That's 2. That's
Longmore
Tanner Longmore touchdown.
for a touchdown, and he kind of deserved that one as he did the lion's share of the carries on that drive.
Yeah, like you said, you just got to give it to him. Like when West was coming down with Carl Taylor when they got him.
Right, but then they didn't.
Yeah, and then they gave it away. You want to give it to the guy who got them there in the first place, and that's what, to me, that Hanover did on that play.
So we'll see if he can kick this one to CMC maternity ward. Watch out for the babies.
Yeah. If you know a newborn, watch out because this
cover
kick
it. Cover it because he can kick it.
He might hit my car.
I hope he does. Welcome to the team, Zach. You're not part of the team unless your car gets hit by a ball in some way. That's Kyle's roof.
Yeah.
And here's the snap, good hold, and that is right up and through. Center Cup, PGA Tour.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
When funny story.
He's money.
Funny story. I believe it was a Manchester Memorial baseball game. A foul ball went onto, I think it's Valley Street, the street.
I know.
Yeah, it hit a lady's windshield, and she comes back to Gill Stadium, and she
demanded her.
She's yelling at Manchester athletic director Christine Telge, and she's yelling at Telge like it's her fault. And
I know.
I was sitting in the dugout. I looked at one of my teammates. I was like, what does she expect to happen?
We called that game, Zach, and
yeah.
She was getting yelled at like she was late on a fastball.
Yeah.
Like she didn't do it.
Yeah.
Like blame the guy who fouled it off.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was Manuel Castro, and that was something that we joked about. It
is unfortunate, though, when you're driving and you get a liner off the windshield.
But you can't come back to Gill Stadium and start yelling at the athletic director. But I got to say, that was definitely something to laugh about and something I thought of when we were talking about bulls hitting cars. I've hit a couple cars in my baseball playing career. I actually hit
tough job feeling that one. He's got to get on it, and he's absolutely swarmed. Good job as Hanover gets all over him.
Yeah,
leading the charge there.
Elias Abreu with that play.
Matty Trimble on that tackle. Good job there.
I have hit cars in my life, but I think the funniest car I've hit was I was playing, I think I was 12U Little League. I got a fastball up at my eyes, which is a very intriguing pitch to me sometimes that I do like to swing at. So I foul it off, and I hit my friend's mom's hubcap, and I hit her car, and I felt really bad about it because it was a pitch I shouldn't have swung at. She let me take a Sharpie and sign her car where I dented it, and I thought that was the funniest thing ever, and so I still see that car sometimes, and I take a Sharpie, I write it, put a little signature on that again. It's a funny little memory that holds within that car.
That is funny, Zach.
Me hitting it on a foul ball that I should not have swung at.
We are going to take a direct snap for number 3 here for West. As that is, they did go to him on that 4th and short play.
The Avante brothers.
So the funniest home run, the funniest ball hitting a car story I have. When I was 11, we were in the state championship of Little League against Bedford, right?
Mm-hmm.
A guy named Jared Saunders told my dad if he parked there, he was going to hit his car with a home run. And the guy did it.
Yeah.
He hit a home run, a walk-off home run, and the car went beep, 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 beep. And it was just like, wow, I can't believe he did that.
My dad, obviously, what's the word I'm thinking for? Well, around Manchester Public Television, Daryl Johnston, he has specifically said to me a plethora of times, do not park close to baseball fields because you're going to get hit.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to pay for the cracked windshield.
There's a reason why Gill Stadium left field side that spot is always open.
Yeah.
And I stupidly take it.
Yep. You say, oh, I got to get here quick.
I got a nice spot here, but no, it's the home run spot.
Yeah, you come back, you got 105 Exit-Villa home run, and it's sitting in your passenger seat, and you're like, you know what? Honestly, you should probably get out of my car. I didn't invite you in here.
So it looks like head coach Sam Cavallero is going to empty the bench out, put some other guys in, get a good look at them, as Wes will do the same. As that should be it for Carl Taylor Jr. at quarterback, as they are going to opt with number 3 here, and that would be
Avante Brothers.
Yeah, Avante Brothers. Yeah,
he's taking the snap here. I like to see some change.
Yeah, so they're changing out. You know, they got a game next week they can win.
Oh,
and that'll be an encroachment penalty.
55.
55 caught right there, red-handed. You can't argue that, Brandon O'Toole. You were definitely offsides, but good hustle. He tried to time it, and he got a good jump on it. But yeah,
I'll tell you what, if he timed that up, Avante Brothers was in trouble.
Well, I think it was one of those hut one, hut twos, which is always risky on offense too, because you always got one guy that goes. They'll say on two. Everyone's like on two. Don't jump, and then of course, one guy does it. So good discipline for West. Weird to go for on two here, 40-48. Things to work on, I guess.
Yeah.
As we see the big man taking the snap here. That'll be an end around to Kayshawn once again, and he just gets a few. I think they're on to him.
Yeah, he came inside that time. He didn't necessarily bounce it out and head down the sideline like we've seen him do today.
I mean, that's got to be 10 times they've gone to that play.
Yeah, way more than. Well, I'd say if I was a bet man, like I've said, I'd put my money on. I think they've ran that play 16 times.
16. We'll have to check the tape on that as West will come to the line 2nd and 1 as this clock just ticks away, and both teams, I think, are ready to go home.
Yeah.
Eat some hot soup. Don't burn your mouth.
$2 hot dogs.
I don't know. I think it's time for Progresso tomato minestrone or something like that. Maybe a bisque. Here's an end around. Lead block again. He keeps it himself, and he just trucks over everyone. And there's your play you're talking about. And you see a little excitement on the sideline.
Avante
Brothers doing his thing.
I just realized they never changed the scoreboard. It still says third quarter, and I got a little jumpy like, oh, there's no way it's still the third quarter.
No, it's definitely time. This has been a long night as homecoming night. We had our festivities. I do want to give a quick shout out as I noticed something really interesting at halftime. One of the players was in the band.
I did see that. I was going to point that out, and I forgot. I think I remember who it is.
So, Zach, that leads me to ask you, why are you not playing football and doing the trumpet?
I had my moment. I believe it was Wyatt Sawyer.
As he comes around the end, there's Paradise. He could get in there. He's going to get in, and it's going to be close, and the referee's going to give the signal. Give it to him. Come on.
Oh, come on.
Throw your hands up.
Give us some.
Throw your hands up.
Throw your hands up.
Oh. Come on.
Can he see me?
He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it.
Man, that was a run and a half. They have another close.
Good
like
job. It's coming back. Just kidding.
Oh, you know what? I almost just threw the paper down and be like, no, there's no way. I'm pretty sure that was Wyatt Sawyer, who was in the band and playing football.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I had a moment before my sophomore year of high school where I considered playing football, but I think I chickened out. I think that was probably the reason I'm man enough to say that I belong in the booth with a headset over the helmet.
Here it comes. Direct snap. Is this going to be it right here? Yes, that is a touchdown. So West High gets in the end zone. Logan Paradise gets a taste of the action, and once you get a taste, you want more. So maybe that'll help his effort going forward into the next game. But good job by West with a nice 8-minute drive.
Yeah, like I mentioned, give the fans something to be happy about on the way home. Let the band play one more time.
Yeah, let the band play. I don't hear them, but I heard them sing Gloria Estefan at halftime.
Yeah. Their halftime.
I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, their halftime show music, I do like. They're playing Mariah Carey.
I know.
I did like to see it. We did get to hear their set.
The Titanic love song.
Ooh, what's this going on?
Yeah, it did look like
pre-snap penalty here.
And if 58 wants to get away with it, that's not how you do it. You don't put your hands up and go. But, yeah, it happens. We'll see what happens here if they wheel out the kicking team or if it might be on Hanover. West is trying to signal it is, but I think we all know it is on Hanover. So
okay.
That'll help their effort out and get it down to the 1 here, Zach, as they will go for 2. As they were able to get the 2-point conversion last time.
Well,
this could be a season-high 16 points if they get this. And that
how many did they score against John Stark?
16 more than I thought.
I think part of me is telling me they scored 16 against John Stark. I was looking at their schedule, but if they can tie it.
Up the middle here, and there's Brothers as he just easily gets in there. And that'll do it. Good job.
They scored 14 against John Stark. So on homecoming, they come out scores 16. I'm a little snarky here, a little bit of sarcasm, but it's great that they've been able to come out and put 16 points on the board. That was more than the New England Patriots last week, so I could say this was a good showing of not giving up, I could say. I mean,
well, besides Trinity, who's in Division 3,
something like that. We couldn't find a way into their
Division
gym.
3. Besides Trinity, the public schools in Manchester have had a rough go of it, as Memorial has 1 win, Central has 2 wins, West yet to get a win. So you're talking 3 wins for 3 schools. So there is got to be some looking forward to a mega school, as they call it.
Yeah, and we're also looking forward to the Turkey Bowl as well. All 4 Manchester teams.
Well, we don't know yet if it's going to be on, as they get the nice job there. Good job getting that is Keller Green jumping on the ball, sophomore listed as a receiver and a linebacker, so getting his special teams play and doing his job well. Good job on that one, as he does a Fortnite little move. I like that. And gotta give credit. You know, you mentioned that their best running back leading the league in rushing, Jeff Vidu. We see him doing water boy duty as well. So, hey, shout out to one of the best players in the state going to get the ball and giving water to the teammates. So that's good. That's good leadership.
Yeah, absolutely.
No small roles, just small people, right?
Yeah. One thing I noticed, they don't have a 2-minute warning here.
No, they don't do that in high school. But
Something I just noticed that.
no, they don't have it in college either.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
High school typically runs a college plate. Like
Yeah,
rule
1
book.
foot in bounds, all that jazz.
Yeah. So they're going to take the high road and get on the bus. What do you got, Coach? About an hour drive? So a little bit about confirmed there for the coach of Hanover, about an hour drive home, as they will come down to Manchester and, you know, do what they expected to do. But I'd say, obviously, let's be honest, the star of the game there would be what we just learned is their third-string running back.
Yeah.
Listed at a tight end. Dre Oriole had a great game, about 3 touchdowns, 150 yards at least.
Yeah.
He had that sack.
He
You know,
did.
so he's a good player, and he's got a bright future. What do you think? You can't really argue with that, huh?
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I mean, to give a little two-side debrief here with the time clicking and ticking its way down with about 50 seconds left, I'll do a little speed run here. I'll go through some positives, negatives, both teams. Hanover did a good job. Came in, did their business well.
We have a moment here. We have number 33 coming in, and he did get a lot of fanfare, so we'll see what happens with Stephen Land here. And he will be on the field, so he will get credit, and he will take the snap, do the knee, wrap things up for Hanover. So good for him, good for Coach.
Another positive for Hanover as well.
Yeah, good for Coach Sam Cavallero doing the, the fun stuff.
Yeah.
As they get on the bus and have a nice ride home, they're victorious, and they will go into the playoffs. They got a couple teams to contend with, but they look good going in.
Yeah, Hanover came in, did their business, scored their points, did their job. Little negatives today. Going into their next week, I'm pretty sure their opposing team is going to prioritize their outside runs, running jet sweeps, running quarterback straight draws, because that's what West did well tonight. And I want to touch on Kayshawn Foster and Carl Taylor Jr., the 2 stars of the West offense tonight.
For Jason Cody, Brandon McCormick, Joe Lar, and Kyle Heavey, I'm Mike Gonzalez with Zach Johnson. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back for more football